Welcome back, everyone, to the Bourbon Judge. Hope everyone's doing well. Today, we're going to go ahead and review Stagg Jr. Batch 12. There's a lot of hype about Stagg Jr. Batch 12. So let me start off by saying last week, I actually went ahead and reviewed my top 2019 bourbons, top 10 for 2019, and I actually kind of ranked them in two different subsects. I did top 5 over $100, top 5 under $100. So I ranked as my number 5 under $100 Stagg Jr. Batch 11. All right. So I got some great feedback from someone who watches the channel and said, "Hey, Bourbon Judge, Stagg Jr. Batch 11 is great. You need to try Stagg Jr. Batch 12. It would have been ranked higher." So I went out quickly and I was able to find it because it just came out recently. And I found it, and we're going to see if Batch 12, this one here, is worth the hype. I don't know. All right. So quick history about Stagg, George C. Stagg, and Stagg Jr. as a whole. So George C. Stagg, really an icon in the bourbon industry, right? I mean, along the lines of E.H. Taylor, William LaRue Weller, Elmer T. Lee. He is a bourbon icon in the Kentucky bourbon industry, right? So that's everything about George C. Stagg as a whole. But Stagg as a whole, George C. Stagg and Stagg Jr. is made by Buffalo Trace today. And you're probably wondering, well, Bourbon Judge, what's the difference of Stagg Jr., this guy here, versus George C. Stagg? So there's a couple of things. So I'm going to kind of go through these one by one. So first and foremost, George C. Stagg is really the main one, right? It's part of the NT collection. It comes out once per year, where Stagg Jr. comes out 2 times per year. But really the main difference, other than the price, and I should call the price out, the price standpoint for Stagg Jr. is anywhere from $55 to $75, where George C. Stagg, the price MSRP is about $125, $130. Unfortunately, with the bourbon craze, everyone's going a little crazy about bourbon. Liquor stores do mark it up to $400, $500, $600, but the real MSRP is like $125, $130 as a whole. But the main difference between the two, right, is primarily from an age statement. So George C. Stagg, the big dog, is aged at least 15 years. Sometimes they age a little bit longer, but is aged at least 15 years, where Stagg Jr., or what we are going to review today, is typically, for the most part, Buffalo Trace, they use a blend of 8 and 9 year aged bourbons, right? And I'm going to call out one other last thing. So they use 8 and 9 year aged bourbon. All Stagg as a whole is straight from the barrel, so it's barrel proof, uncut, unfiltered, right? That means it goes straight from the barrel directly to the bottle and into our glasses so that we can enjoy it, right? So that's everything about Stagg Jr. Say goodbye to George C. Stagg. I'm putting him away. We're going to focus 100% on Stagg Jr. Batch 12. So the last thing I will say, probably wondering, well, Bourbon Judge, you say everything's great about Stagg Jr. Batch 12, and Batch 11 was on your list. How do I even know what batch number I have? So if you look at the front of the bottle, it doesn't unfortunately see the batch number, but it does tell you the proof. So this one here, batch 12, is 132.3. So look at that, 132.3. If you actually quickly just Google Stagg Jr. by batch release number or batch release, it will tell you the proof. And each proof has its own, each batch has its own proof. So batch 12 is 132.3. This is the one that has all the hype and so forth. So we're going to see if it's truly worth it or not. All right, let's go ahead and get into the color. Beautiful pour of bourbon. Very nice. Beautiful dark brown. Very elegant. Just very nice. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. All right, let's get into the nose. Ooh, wow, it smells good. It smells some brown sugar, a little bit of oak. I'm not picking up any like caramel, vanilla. Mostly brown sugar, oak. Maybe like some cherries maybe in there. All right. Well, the best thing about bourbon, right, is tasting it. Let's take a nice little taste of this. Let's see how it tastes. Okay. Ooh. Wow. That is nice. I got to get one more taste before I even give a judgment to see whether or not batch 12 is really worth the hype. I got to make sure. I don't know. This may have been I don't know, false advertisement. Let's just see. Wow. Folks, the judgment is in. All right. I stand corrected. All right. I stand corrected. Now, I will say, I never had batch 12 before the person who reviewed the channel and left a comment and said, hey, Bourbon Judge, check out batch 12 before you really give a final judgment. I never had it before. To me, Stagg Jr. batch 12, in my opinion, is hands down deserving of being in the real George C. Stagg bottle, right? This is actually phenomenal. I'm going to tell you the reason why. A couple of things. Other than the price point, obviously, right? But the reason why this one's so great is a couple of things. Number one, the overall palate and the, I guess you would say the actual, when I taste and sample batch 12 versus batch 11, what stands out as a whole, the main difference is batch 11 is really, really nice, but batch 11 almost, it burns a little bit going down, right? Which is funny because batch 11 is only like 127 point, I think either 4 or 127.8 proof. This one is actually 132.3, so it's a higher proof, but from a quality standpoint, it's very robust, the flavors, right? You get a little bit of the spice, but yet it's smooth. It's very well-rounded as a whole, right? Think of well-rounded flavor profiles. Batch 12 is hands down phenomenal. My only suggestion to you is that this was released a few months ago. It's probably still sitting on shelves here and there. Honestly, go out and buy a bottle. If you see 2 bottles, you probably want to buy 2. I honestly saw just 2 bottles out there and I was like, you know what? I don't know. I bought 1. I kind of regret it. I wish I would have bought both bottles, but hey, it is what it is. This is a phenomenal bourbon. Please make sure you try to pick it up or try it at a friend's house or a local liquor or a local bar. Thank you folks for watching today's video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Talk to you soon. See ya.